Loud. We are recording, and welcome to the Healthy Brotherhood Experience. My co-host Lusire Boyd.
Hey, we out here.
We out here. I'm brother JT Hale in the ATL, and we are honored, excited, very happy, on edge, enthused to have straight out of Nashville, the BNA, Nash Vegas, brother Demetrius Short. Demetrius, welcome to our show, brother.
My big brothers, man, this is going to be amazing. I'm excited about the opportunity. Thanks for letting me ride shotgun with the two big guys over here.
Man, you got a lot of good stuff going on, man, and we want to make sure all the rest of the brotherhood and whoever else is tuning in knows about it. You know, that's the main purpose for this podcast, is to, you know, highlight brothers throughout the brotherhood, because we come from all walks of life, all professions, ages, everything, man. And we all got different things going on, and you got some big stuff going on.
Big, man, big and getting bigger.
You got some good. So you are captain for the Nashville chapter.
10 years. This year we'll celebrate 10 years as the captain of Black Men Run Nashville. We ran our first run on November the 4th, 2013. I believe we were the 4th or 5th chapter. So we're very close to leadership. We're excited about celebrating 10 years with the parent organization. But yeah, 10 years as Nashville captain, Black Men Run Nash Vegas.
That's pretty awesome. That is pretty
decade,
awesome.
Man. A decade is just, when I say it, I'm like, wow.
Decade, brother.
A decade.
First of all, a decade with the brotherhood.
Yes.
As well as a decade in a leadership position.
Woof. That's what them gray hairs. Every week my barber said, you got one right here. I got one right here.
Wait till you start looking like me.
It's getting in my beard now.
I had an afro when we started, man.
We had an afro last week, huh? But I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world, man. I'm honored. This has been a great experience.
That's me neither, man. So you're continuing on with being captain for Nashville, man. What kind of challenges have you faced in those 10 years, man, that you've overcome?
We're really coming in, you know, when you birth anything, you know, there are people who plant, there are people who water, and then there are people who come behind, who are successors. And most of my life, man, I've challenged God. I'm like, man, God, I want to be a successor. You know, let everybody build it, let it get established, let me come in. But building anything, man, it takes a blueprint. And first child, you know, first person going to school, man, you almost at the guinea pig. So you try to come in. Black Men Run was a great mission, a great thing that fit in with me. I had a young daughter, a wife. I was already a 3-year nonprofit CEO. And then I take this on, and the basic thing was really coming in and having to establish the ground floor culture. Culture is important. Culture kills football teams. Culture causes conflict for companies being great to just be good and mediocre. So it was upon my back to really set the culture for what I felt the brotherhood would grow on. And that took a lot of time, a lot of prayer, a lot of trial and error, a lot of failures, not expecting, you know, budgets, you know, what am I walking into? We didn't really have a big blueprint at that point, or no one flew me down to Atlanta and trained me for 2 weeks to get ready for this job. So I'm buying Kool-Aid, I'm helping counsel brothers going through divorces. I'm going, man, what the world did I get into? But, you know, first thing is just coming in and being strong enough to make your chapter your own. It's good to be inspired by others, but man, I always challenge our new captains, man, make it your own. Here's what helped me, but man, put your aroma on it. Put your aroma on what, because what works in Nashville may not work for you. So my biggest challenge was just right off the bat, trying to create a blueprint for success without a blueprint.
You did it. Lusire, it sounds like he was born to do this, man.
Yeah, he was definitely born to do this, man.
Wow.
Awesome. That is blessed.
Yeah, leadership is a big thing, and I think right now it's 10 years. I try to help, you know, our younger captains who everybody has different temperaments, right? And it's surrounding yourself with great leadership, man. Harold Rucker, vice captain, I would not be here. Not one fallout, not one disagreement. We respect one another, right? The big 6-foot Marine, you know, he's big and intimidating. I'm a computer scientist. We always flew off of each other, you know, and getting some help around you. One of my biggest mistakes was was thinking I could do it on my own. You know, good leaders, strong leaders, you know, you got that S on your chest. I can do this, but no one can build a great organization by themselves. So I learned right off the bat, get you some help. I surrounded myself with Captain Ruck, and he's been rocking with me 10 years. So you can't do it by yourself. You know, every great leader needs a leader, and you ought to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, that don't think like you. I've never wanted to surround myself with yes men. I don't need yes men. No, who cares about being great and come up with all the ideas? I need men around me who are going to challenge, who are going to say, hey, I think there's a better way. So early on with my strong temperament, a lot of my guys didn't want to speak up because they felt, you know, they were trying to feel me out. We don't want to hurt his feelings and this and that. Man, I'm like, no, tell me, I'm coachable. So I learned, you know, right on that I took on a lot on my own, and now having 2 more captains, if I can be coming in the door right now with what I'm doing right now, Captain Ruck, 10 years, Sean and Antoine are fresh and new. Guess what I'm doing? What do you guys think?
I know you're training them to take over as captain.
And not be like me coming in. I'm making sure that they do not fall in the potholes that I created. And that's a sign of a great leader, when you're willing to build someone to be better than you. I want BMR Nashville to be 10 times better than me. I don't build followers. I'm developing leaders. And that's a great mindset to come in from day one. Don't be so egotistic that you want it to flop if you leave. I want it to be great. I want this thing to go on for millions and millions of years if it can.
Exactly. I feel you 100%, man. You don't want to walk away and have it just crumble. You want to be able to walk away and look back and say, you know what, they're good. They're better than good.
I intentionally didn't show up, and they didn't even know it. I'm sharing it now. They didn't know. I would just intentionally not show up. I was right around the corner. Sean and Antoine, I wanted to know who has the aroma of Ruck and Short. Who's going to love a guy when there's conflict? Who's going to take a guy who's disconnected and reach out and grab him? Let's go grab some pizza. So I watched Sean and Antoine. A lot of guys come in. We got a lot of great guys, but I would be around the corner watching. Look at these guys, man. They text us. They had no titles, and they were, what can I do to help? Hey guys, I'm lying, right? Like, hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it. I'm around the corner. I'm just watching how they brought the guys together. And it's exciting to see things develop without you. My first book is gonna be called Learning How to Lead When You're No Longer the Leader. Learning how to lead. Bury yourself, fire yourself while you're still in charge to ensure the success of your organization for a lifetime. I'm leading without being a leader, and I'm loving it.
Boy, you just said a word, brother.
Oh, that's a nugget right there,
Learn how
man.
to lead when you're no longer the leader.
You talk about writing a blueprint.
Yes.
That's a legacy, man. That's a legacy.
Very much.
It's not about me. It's not about me, man.
So Nashville is blessed to have you, and they will be blessed even after you're gone, because you've already put in a very strong foundation for them to continue on and continue building. You know, that's what we're all about.
Yes.
Some people don't get that. I always say this, people probably get tired of me saying it. You know, in order to lead, you have to be willing to serve. That's what these positions are. We are serving the brotherhood. If you're there for any other reason, it shows, and you probably won't be there long.
No. I pastor 7 churches. And it looks good to come out and have your little water and until you get up there.
Mhm.
You know, and title-driven leaders soon find out the hard way that it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Ruck and I have been up many nights, all night long, trying to, you know, figure things out,
Mhm.
helping brothers out, having our own, you know, we got our own marriages, right? Our own children. And man, people's out, man, I want to be a captain. They see the free shoes, man. Look, you can have these free shoes. I want to go to sleep. I will gladly trade with you. When you all are at the bar having drinks, me and Ruck are on the BMR captain's call after we just ran. I haven't seen my wife and daughter since 6 a.m. So it's a lot more. To much given is much required. So we always let them know, come and hang out with me for a day so I can show you what behind the lights, the camera and the action. There has to be a passion, a burning desire for what JT, you just said. Servant leadership is not about what you can get, it's about what you can give. And I'm proud to say I am servant leadership to the core, and everything I do is about serving and giving.
Anybody who knows you, has been around you, they definitely know that, because you just exude that, man. I've seen it anytime I've been around you. When we were there in Nashville for the senior leadership team meeting, I could see it, leading us to steps of success.
Woo! 5K, my baby.
Yes, sir, man. How did that come about?
Wow, it came about from one of the most trying and troubling times in my life. My pathway to success, 17 years old, Cincinnati, Ohio, I was that dude. Star quarterback, star shortstop, star point guard, 16 clubs, 3.6 GPA, voted Mr. Mount Healthy, 1992, the highest award. I was just that big brother in the community. The school, everybody loved me. So my pathway was, I'm going to go, you know, with a 3.6 in athletic, I'm definitely going D2. I'll take D3. I just want to play ball and get a free education. Well, I ended up not getting a scholarship, ended up at Fisk University. And there was when God was taking my life from aspiring to be a businessman and possibly an athlete to a dark, dark season. Getting to Fisk University at HBCU, didn't know about HBCUs. I had no idea. I'm 49. They didn't teach us about historical Black colleges and universities. So I get to Fisk, John Lewis, W.E.B. Du Bois, all these famous people. I'm with Stevie Wonder's daughter, Aisha. I'm like, man, this is some Black power down here. So it exposed me to a whole new realm of life, but I didn't have that scholarship, guys. I didn't have a plan B. My parents never talked about it. My son has a 3.6 and he's athletic. We good. I ended up at Fisk. I started wearing suits in 5th grade to be like my dad. So I've got my little bow tie on. Parents thought it was going to be a fad. I wore suits all through high school. Got to Fisk first day. Alligator skin shoes, 500 alligators on my feet, a briefcase, blue suit. The students asked me to give them my license because they thought I was 30. Old nature. I'm 18. I'm like, dude, I'm walking. Ain't nobody hanging with no I said, man, I'm 18. I had to pull my license out. Man, you old nature, man. But that was my brand. And little did I know that I would be sleeping on the floor at Fisk because I didn't have that scholarship. I got a Pell Grant, and I went through the shame of the pride of Cincinnati, Ohio. Is broke, looking good, but sleeping in the dorm director's office. Tears coming down my eyes. Then get up in the morning, right, wash my face, and put that smile on, that fake smile, right, and I'm hurting on the inside that nobody knows, and I'm not even financially cleared. I went from a 3.6 to a 1.8 GPA. My mom and dad didn't know. I hid it from everybody. I'm walking from class to my internships 3.1 miles in the early 90s. And remember, there's no Black Men Run. I'm not a runner at this time, but look at how God works. 20 years prior, I'm walking a 5K as a struggling 18-year-old.
Look at that.
20
In a
years
suit.
later, I'm now the CEO of a nonprofit, and I run 3.1 miles in a suit and sneakers to
Look at you.
commemorate my struggle and give hope to people. Don't ever abort the process. Everybody wants the chiseled and they want to come through the process, but everybody doesn't want to go through what it takes to go through the process. The process is where you're going to be made, tears and all. The process is where you're going to get your culture, pain and all. The process is where you become the Demetrius that the world needs through pain, struggle, and all that. So it took me 6 years to graduate, you all. I lied to my mom and dad, oh, I'm taking on another credit. I think they knew. They're like, man, this dude been in school for 6 years. My teacher was like, why are you? I was not registered. I went to class every day, and my teachers would take my grades on the side. Demetrius, you're not registered. I said, well, I had faith in God. I didn't know how I was going to get out, but I knew if I leave school, I'll never get that degree. So God, I surrendered to the process. I surrendered to the pain, and I walked in them gators 2, 3, 4 times a day. Never. I mean, I'm going through the hood. It wasn't the goats. You know, hey, JT, you know about the goats now. Straight hood. It was boys in the hood, pit bulls.
Yeah, you come with your gators on.
And I'm walking with a gator, and they like, this is easy, man. This is easy, guys. We're about to rock this dude. Never, God covered me, and I walked and I cried. Fast forward, I finally got graduated with a double major in computer science and business in 1999. Got my dream job with IBM. They shipped me to Greensboro, North Carolina, making $62,000 in 1999, a lot of money.
Good. Yeah.
And then I came back, now an IT professional, C++ programmer. Got to FIS, my first homecoming. And brothers, I walked that same route that I walked. And I'm swinging, I'm swinging at the air. God, I'm bawling. Why did I have to get it this way? Why? Bawling. And it was, the Spirit of the Lord said, every step you took was a step towards your success. And that's when the Steps of Success 5K was birthed out of my pain to give back. That's the story. And I vowed then that I will run. I will never give, I will always remember what God drugged me out of. I will be patient with students who struggle because your boys struggle. I know what it's like to eat ramen noodles. I know what it's like to sleep in a door and hear rats and all types of things. I know what it is to walk at 3 in the morning with gaiters on, just depressed, and still gotta make it. So it commemorates my struggle, and I vowed in 2010, I will run it the way I walked it, and I will help as many kids create a pathway to success. It humbles me, but it also gives life to thousands of people that God brings me in front of. I'm humble, guys. I love it.
That's awesome, man.
True story.
We were glad to be able to participate in person last year for the SLT meeting while we were there and do the Steps of Success 5K. I had an awesome time. Lusire, I don't know if you saw Demetrius, but the dude is suited and booted for the 5K.
I'm a big king. Them shorts, had that short set on.
Yeah, I'm about to switch up my suit game.
Come on, man. I'm coming with it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that started you running? You started running from that?
Yes, I had just started running that year, 2010. I was 228 pounds. I had, because all that stress, I'm making good money. I'm eating, I'm not healthy. So I ruptured my Achilles, and I recovered, gained 228 pounds. My boss, my doctor said, man, this is too much weight. So I started running that year to kind of get myself fit, get back in shape. And that's the same year that I came back and created this race. So it all was aligned perfectly. And then when I thought about it, when I measured it, I never measured. When I started measuring it, I'm like, I was walking a 5K from 1992 to 1999.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
this got to be a movie, man. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
this is God all over it, man.
That's
He
amazing. That's a testimony, brother.
was preparing me, man. I did not know.
That is a testimony. That was the blueprint for your steps of success.
Yes.
Which leads us to, I know a lot of the chapters, some guys looking for, hey, we need to kind of get involved with the community. We need to do something to give back. And your chapter has been doing this for a while, the Brown Boys Read program, which is an awesome program.
Woof.
Well, I'll let you tell us about that.
Yeah, I take words, man. When I looked at Ed 10 years ago and being a youth pastor and Ed commissioning me, hey, Demetrius, we got to get younger, right? Our chapter is averaging 30, 40. We're not going to always be here.
Right.
Got a friend, just saw him 2 days ago. He's in surgery right now for an aneurysm. His wife just texted me, they caught it. It could have ruptured. They caught it.
Wow.
They caught it. They said it was so ugly. It could have killed this man. So I'm 49, so I've always thought, how can we get younger? Who's the future? And we're not a run club. We are a social network of impact and influence. So captains, when I hear that, what does that mean? If all we're doing is running, then you're a run club. My CEO told me, and Black Men Run, we are a social network of impact and influence. What did Ruck and I do? We looked for a cause in our hood. 37% of kids in Nashville are reading below their third grade literacy level. 37%. So we started this program, Black Men Run, Brown Boys Read. Captain Aaron Perry, he is the founder of it. I saw him doing this reading with the boys, and he was just kind of reading and then going to this rebalance, helping doing other things. It was a part of what he do. I took it, he mentored me, he passed me the torch, he authorized me, said, Demetrius, what you're doing there, I'm passing this torch to you because you got this joker in the school, you got 25 students, you got measurables, you got all of this. So we took the blueprint from Wisconsin. Aaron Perry, love that guy. He is the founder, give him credit. He is the brainchild of Brown Boys Read. And for the last 4 years, he turned it over to me, and we now have a program that's attacking literacy, creating leaders, and health and wellness. Literacy, leadership, and health and wellness. We are holistically taking Black and brown boys in Nashville who are reading below the third grade literacy level. We are in underserved communities. We answered a call from a principal. We said, we can't get Black men to even show up in school. The school we partnered with year one, 73% of the fathers in the school were not deadbeats, they were incarcerated.
73%.
73%, let that sink in.
Wow.
73% of the fathers in that school, Jones Padea, they knew where they were in prison. 60% of the entire school was obese or overweight. Let's keep going. You're living in a food desert. You're in a low income, high crime. No, they're eating out of Dollar General. There's no healthy fruits. And you want me to read? You want me to pass a test and I haven't eaten in 3 days? We're dealing with boys who show up to the program with mold on their shoes saying, Coach, Captain D, I'm ready to run. Cohorts where nobody has a belt. Not because they're trying to be hip, they can't afford one. Wearing the same clothes 2, 3, 4 days. So Ruck and I said, we got to fix this, but we understood our program initiative is this, and this is beautiful the way we wrote this up with the principal. We are inspiring the love of reading through the love of running to help Black and brown boys improve reading proficiency, outrun childhood obesity, and live healthier and fuller lives. That's that we are attacking obesity. We are bringing Black men face to face with little brown and Black boys who do not have men who look like them. It is relevant to a boy's motivation to say, you look like me. I bring garbage men, trash men, CEOs, ex-felons, Tennessee Titans. We bring these boys in front of some of the dopest Black men, and we read for an hour. Then we take them little jokers outside and let them run. And after 10 weeks, they run their first 5K race with me at the steps of Steps 5K. And we help teachers get them to the table to at least love to read. We say reading is hell.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna be a football player and you can't read your contract? And they go, oh. So little tactics to get them to the table, big brother them, make them feel special. We hug them. Tell my volunteers the one hug you give may be the only hug that boy get for 30 days. Make it a good one. Don't waste it. Squeeze that boy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him you love him. You're gonna be all right. You can be somebody, all right? And so it's all about creating the pipeline for the future JT, the future Lusire, the future Demetrius is starting right now, gentlemen, in 2nd through 5th grade literacy in Nashville, Tennessee. I cannot wait. 20 years and now, imagine one of those boys we helped come back and be the captain of Black Men Run. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing. Awesome.
Dude, you got me crying over here. I don't appreciate that, man.
Oh man, we cry every week. We
It's
cry.
all right.
We cry every week to see the boy ask my wife, Miss Short, can I get an extra bag of chips for my sister? I mean, we fight tears, and that's why we have to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Snicker bar commercial, right? It says, have a Snicker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 49. If I'm irritated, I'm not as focused, right? If all of us, if we're grown men, imagine a boy whose mom didn't come home for 4 days.
Mm.
And you want to stick a daggone computer in front of him and make him pass a test? He's dealing with grown man stuff at 9 years old.
Wow.
And we just passed a law last week. Tennessee just passed a law. They slipped it in. April 23rd, every kid in Tennessee who does not pass the 3rd grade literacy test will be held back.
Wow.
What's going to happen to my boys who are in 5th grade and can't spell the? We have boys in 5th grade that can't put a sentence together. They're passing our Black boys through. It's systemic.
You're absolutely
My
right.
watch. Lusire, not on my watch, bro.
You're
Amen.
We're
absolutely
gonna
right.
grab as many boys as we can. The street ain't gonna get them. We're gonna say, no, you're gonna be a computer scientist, you're gonna be an engineer, because it's systemic. How are you in 5th grade and you can't spell the? They're passing these boys through.
They are.
And you
doing
know,
exactly that. Yeah.
you can't read.
Right, you pass them.
Opportunities become like this. And now, oh, I'm a game bag. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go rob a bank. I have no hope. I can't read. I'm just gonna wild out. No, we are going to change the narrative. And we're doing it. We're in year 5 of Brown Boys Read in Nashville. And we got some great stories to tell.
That's awesome, man.
Man.
You're absolutely right about them passing through. I saw that when I was in the Big Brother program. The last kid that I had, he was 12 when I was assigned to him. 14 after the match ended, but this kid was reading on the 2nd grade reading level. Here's the thing, he was the oldest of 4 kids. The
Wow.
2 sisters under him, A students.
Yep.
A student.
Yes.
Honor roll. Then the youngest was a baby, so he wasn't in school yet. But I'm like, I didn't really catch it at first, but as I listened to him more and more, I'm thinking, okay, something's not connecting here. I want to try and test it myself, doing what we used to do when I was a kid in school, reading the newspaper and doing what? Current events.
Right.
The words that he struggled with and the comprehension of basic certain words at 14, I was just flabbergasted, man. You hear about it, but until you come face to face with it.
Wow.
Blows our mind. Yeah, I mean, this trickle down effect with this, we're raising more funds now because we know the compound interest on what this law is going to do. We're already struggling to take 25 boys. We get a call every week. Can y'all bring brown boys read here? We're going, whoa. So with this new law, man, we're gonna need $1 million, man, and I ain't gonna be enough to get in front of all these kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the class is too big, or I'm struggling mentally. Things. Mom can't read, right? Grandma can't read. Homework. What's homework? And you better get out here and take care of your your brothers and sisters and get dinner. These are 9-year-olds, right? 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to being a kid? Get some gas things, right? Go outside and play. It touches us, man. Lusire, we're emotional. We cry every week. Every week.
Okay.
I cry.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with tears, man. Tears represent a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've always been a man of crying.
Yeah.
I feel if you want to stay young, you need to cry.
Oh man.
You want to hold all that emotion in, makes you old.
Yep. We teach them mentally. We take them out to dinner. We teach them out the etiquette. We're bringing a limousine to them. We're gonna let them learn how to be gentlemen. You know, open the door. We're gonna take them to Fleming's. We're gonna give them a big steak. We're gonna teach them all about, you know, exposure. Just expose these young men, not just about the reading, but it's about the running and the discipline, running that 5K, and also about, you know, developing strong African-American boys who become men, so that they can change the narrative for their family. And all we ask them to do is reach back, grab a little homie, grab a brother, grab a cousin, do the same thing we did for you, and change the trajectory of your family's legacy.
That's right. That's right.
Each one help one, right?
Each one help one, reach back, grab another brother, another sister, and pull them on with you. You know, we met some of those kids at the Transformational Life Center. Yeah. That's amazing.
Romero got touched. He said one of those kids.
Yes, he did.
He played football with him the night on Friday, and then one of the kids saw him and said, "Will you run with me?" He said, "Man, I'm fine." He said, "Man, what's in my eye, man?"
I remember that kid, and they ran together.
Powerful. They want to see who it can become. They have to see who we want them to be. So captains, man, go read. No, don't make it all about running, man. We don't run through the hood. We run with it. We intentionally run through neighborhoods.
I like that.
With our flag that needs to see Black men running, changing the narrative in our health and wellness. The cops get behind us sometimes. They put the Rocky music on. Grandma come out. Can I get a picture? Black Lives Matter. We laugh, you know, we let them. They're trying to find out who we are, but we stop. We engage. We are a social network of influence and impact.
That's right.
And we stop. It ain't about running. No, we see a boy. Hey man, what you doing, man? Hey man, nothing, man. What y'all doing, man? You want to? Sometimes they just run. They just run. Can I run with y'all? They run. They got these Jordans on. They running down the street. But that little block run might just spark something in them. So,
amen.
Captains, make sure that we take that motto and not make it all about running. Pause and find something in your city that your chapter can help change the narrative for. Ours happen to be reading and literacy of Black and brown boys in 2nd through 5th grade.
Yeah, we run a lot downtown. You just hit on something. I'm going to start making some routes going through the neighborhood so they can see us with our flag going through neighborhoods, different neighborhoods that's like low income. So like you said, so the young children can see, you know, there's some good Black men doing something out here, you know, and maybe some of the other men in the neighborhood will latch on and want to be curious about what we doing, and they can come on board too and be examples.
That's right.
It's addictive. So anyone who has come around the Brotherhood, they typically stick around. It is a big part of it is what you as a leader bring to the group, and the energy that you bring, you know, to the brothers in the circle. You often they match your energy. You know, so at least that's how I saw it when I was captain for Atlanta, and that's what Mark Monroe, our current captain for Atlanta, is continuing on. He's taking them to new heights as well. So again, we're more than just we're not a run club. Run clubs don't do what we do.
Mhm.
That's another one of my JT VMR slogans. I have several.
That's it. It's not about being busy, right? I mean, you can find, I mean, you can
Yeah.
go to the house with, habitat, I mean, you can find all different types of things. And what we do
All kinds of
for the
stuff.
year, we always meet and we say, what are the goals for the year?
Mhm.
This year, we're doing less running. We're gonna have some Saturdays. Let's go bowling. We're planning a bowling thing. We're gonna have
Mhm.
guys night out, bring your kids. Let's let our kids get to know each other. We're just saying every other month, let's do something other than running. Let's give back, but also let's reach, right? We need to, as we sow out,
Mhm.
what I was in, well, I was in a bad place last year. I didn't tell much about it, but I was in a dark, I just burnt out. 20 years of doing this nonprofit, 24 years of marriage. I'm in school at Harvard. My wife is getting her master's at Alabama. My baby girl's in college. We work a full-time job, plus BMR captain, youth pastor. Man, I was in a bad place. And Philip and some guys and Brian helped me out, said, man, D, you're no good when you're changing everybody else's oil, but who's changing your oil? You need time for yourself.
Mhm.
So for me, every Saturday is called Self-Care Saturdays. I run with the brothers at 6, and I go downtown, and wherever the daggone wind blow, guess where I go? I go eat. No agenda. Let's go eat. I go eat, and I go up 32 floors in a loft, and I look out over the city. I don't think about Black Men Run. I don't think about my wife and daughter. Give me this time for Demetrius. And I just think,
Good for you.
cry, I detox, I put the pressures out. And then I settle back up, and then I go home after about 4 or 5 hours. So Self-Care Saturday, that's my little nugget for anybody that's maybe struggling. Man, you ought to love yourself more than anybody else can love you.
That's right.
You're no good in a casket because caskets don't talk back.
Nope. They go on the ground.
One-way conversation. I wish you would have. Demetrius, you could have. One-way conversation. I want to live as long as I can, and this healthy brotherhood is helping me to suppress, give me an outlet. I tell our brothers before they leave, put everything you went through today under your feet. Put your pain, put your marital problem, for these 50 minutes, don't let work or anything. This is your time. Talk to a brother. I've counseled a brother about to get married on a walk, and he just got married a couple of days ago. I said, remember that talk? He said, man, you talked to me for 3 miles and let me ask questions about marriage as a big brother as I was moving into my marriage. And 3 miles, I'm going, wow. So partner up, captains be intent on who got that fake smile on is struggling, and walk with them. Don't let the run get in the way of an opportunity for you to see a danger sign. Be attentive.
Amen.
Ruck, look, I say, Ruck, get him. That's you. I'm gonna get this guy right here. And we befriend him. It's all about health and wellness, man. It ain't about your speed and your time, man. It's about you being healthy.
Lusire, have we touched on this before?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mental health as self-care is not selfish, it's for you.
That's right.
To be better you, so you can be better for everyone else. Starts with you.
That's right.
Amen.
That starts with you. And if anyone listening, watching the show, this is a blueprint right here for you. This is Brother Demetrius. This is a blueprint. We appreciate you coming on the show, man. You gave us and all of us a lot to look at, take and use and bring back to our own lives, our own chapters, and go from there and build this thing up, man. Like I say, run clubs don't do what we do.
No, that's it.
At
Well,
all.
I had a great time with you, Demetrius, in Detroit. We had got to hang out with you a little bit and rap with you the last day. And from my spirit that I got from you is you a brother of love.
Mhm.
You got a lot of love in you.
Love hard, man. I love hard. I got one gear. I love hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, man. That's a
Mhm.
true
That's
blessing.
gonna be my mother. My mother would say, I would go down to Fisk, and she like, we can't go nowhere. You Michi's dad. She's like, man, we can't go nowhere. the teachers. I go to Walmart. My wife come home. She said, "Is this a high school friend?" I said, "No, I met him last week." How he at the church picnic? You just last week. I love hard, fellas. I mean, I choose to look hard for the good versus is it gonna get me? I mean, that's too much stress. I think Martin Luther King says, right, it's hate is too hard of a thing. I can replace that same double take. I just say, man, Lusire, if you, I'm gonna treat you like a man, I'm gonna respect you. Now I will check you now. I ain't no punk now. I ain't no punk neither. Now I got
Let them know.
they call me Big Meech. Larry Hooper, he in there. Don't let the he in there, but I'm long suffering. I give you the benefit of the doubt that if there's any issue, that sometimes we can have disagreements, but sometimes it's not always about falling out. It's about, man, how can we work things out? I've been wrong. I've had to apologize and repent to people. So man, if we all look at that, oh, how our world would be a different world. And Black people, man, let's love on one another. Let's labor with one another. I hate crab in the bucket mentality, man. Pull your brother up.
That's
if you're
right.
good, celebrate them, man. Celebrate them. Say you're doing a good job, man, and watch how that will inspire somebody to do great things. So yeah, you all, I mean, I'm humbled to even be in this seat. Out of so many people, I'm enriched by this conversation.
I think we both are, Lusire.
Oh man, we talked about it earlier. We knew when you came on board today, we said we ain't gotta hardly say nothing. Demetrius
right.
gonna hold us up. We gonna have to stop him. We can go 3 hours strong and still have strong wind going on. But man, you never met a stranger, Demetrius. You've never met a stranger.
Well, I will say for Demetrius, he's the mayor of Nashville. Demetrius Lusire is the mayor of Detroit. So
Detroit, yeah.
Detroit mayor meet the Nashville mayor. How about
I love it, man.
I want to come down there, D, and participate in one of the events, because Rome came back and he was talking about that little kid, and you could tell it touched him.
Yeah.
He said, man, this little kid, he came and wanted me to run with him, man. We had a good time. I was ready. You brought it up. I remember him talking about that.
Our future, man. It was good to see that picture, JT, right when we had, all the BMR and all the little homies with us, man. I'm looking at them, like, again, I don't judge people where they are. I'm seeing there's a mayor, there's an entrepreneur, right? We got to speak it over their lives. And one year we brought them to the park, I think it was 3 years ago, and a deer ran through the same park we was running. And they going crazy. Me and Ruck going, sit down, y'all stop. Y'all, and Ruck said, y'all seen a deer before? They said, Wow. Ain't no deer running through the hood on no concrete. So
I haven't seen that.
So me and Ruck said, we took these boys 3 streets over and exposed them to a plethora of opportunities we took for granted. A deer, green grass. We got to get these kids out of their neighborhood, and all you hear is be this and hold this and all that. They're going to be a product of what they hear. Take them out of their environment, expose them to education and opportunities, and the healthy brotherhood is going to live on forever, man. So I cannot wait to see where these guys are going to be.
Oh my goodness.
They may take me out for some ice. I might be on a little cane. Come on, Papa Meech. Come on, Captain D. We got to take you out for some ice cream. You helped me 30 years ago. Wouldn't that be amazing, man, to see?
Oh, that would be awesome. And the world will be much better off for your efforts.
Man.
This thing along.
September 9th, man, come to the race. We're going to be back in Nashville, right, JT? So the September 9th, we're adding a after party. JT, I'm spilling the beans. This year, we're going to do the inaugural More Than a Race after party. We are renting out a venue downtown Nashville. You can run the 5K. I'll be in a suit. Then at 6 o'clock, we going to Analog at Hotel Hutton, and we gonna have a live band. We gonna kick it from 6 to midnight. Nashville.
All
bring
right.
your wife, bring your significant other. Come to Nashville, September 8th, 9th, and 10th weekend. All the money goes to Brown Boys Reed. the Leadership Academy for our Black college students,
Mhm.
scholarships, all that money goes back into our Black and brown community. And you don't want to miss that. We're gonna kick it. We gonna kick it.
We got to put that on the list.
Oh,
Say,
we had y'all in the party bus, right? We did y'all right, man.
Oh yeah, y'all took they took good care of us,
We took
Lusire.
care of them, man.
oh,
We spoiled
wow.
them.
They took good care of us. Detroit took good care of us too.
Oh man, Detroit
Yeah,
came and
you
killed
know,
it, man.
I felt like royalty.
Man, I feel like a little backyard birthday party compared to
You know?
Detroit, man. These guys
Like me.
Oh, man. Hey,
But
hey, Demetrius Short, tell our listening audience how to reach you, your web page, how to get a hold of the Brown Boys and everything, so people that want to be a part of that can reach out to you.
Yes, indeed. Our website is transformationlifecenter.org. One word, transformationlifecenter.org. We are igniting, inspiring, and transform lives. The race website is Steps of Success, 5k.org. Registration is open. We have a virtual option. You can run for these Brown Boys in your own city. We give the dopest 5K medals on the planet. Try me. We give the dopest bling and tech t-shirt on the planet. We'll mail your medal to you on September 9th, wherever you are, Detroit. All your chapter captains, we'll mail the medals to you, and you can give them out to your guys on September 9th. You can run with us in your city. And you can follow us on Instagram at Steps of Success 5K. Transformation Life Center's Instagram is TLC_Nash. And personally, Demetrius Short. And if you just want to call your boy, you want to call Big Meech, 615-997-6841. Holler at me. Let me know what's going on in your hood.
there it is.
Man, awesome, awesome. Well, we like to just say thank you for coming on our show.
Definitely.
We really appreciate you just gracing us with your spirit today. And I like to just say to all the listening audience, be legendary, go as far as you can see. And when you get there, you can go a little further. You just experienced the brotherhood.
That's right.
Thank you all. Be blessed.